We are back after our wedding, after our honeymoon. We back on YouTube.
What's up, YouTube family? It's good to be back. We had a great time on our honeymoon. Y'all know she extra, so she's gonna be dancing the whole time, but it was fun. Our wedding was amazing. The honeymoon was amazing. Really couldn't ask for anything more, but you know, now it's time to make this content. You know, we got to show y'all a few things that we got in store. I think this one is going to be pretty informative. I know a lot of people have been asking us about our budget for our wedding, so we're going to really break that down on this episode.
We're really going to get back into creating our content. Our goal is to have 10,000 subscribers in the first quarter of 2022. So hit subscribe right now, like now. And with that, we will get right into it. The first thing that we had on the list was definitely the venue. We checked out a ton of venues.
Hold up. First of all, initially our budget was only $10,000, okay? Because we were supposed to have a nice little one-on-one wedding. We thought we were gonna just elope.
Yeah.
So just to give y'all some context, we were not supposed to have a big wedding at all. We were supposed to just I thought we were even gonna go to Vegas and just hurry up and get married.
It was supposed to be like super cheap, super chill vibes. Mm-hmm. We switched that up. Well, I switched that up.
She switched that up, for sure.
So, we're going to break down the cost of a beautiful wedding in Atlanta, Georgia for 80 guests. First things first, the venue. We chose Biltmore Ballrooms here in Atlanta, and the cost for that was $5,000 for the actual venue to use it for the reception. And then it was an extra $1,000 for the ceremony. We went with the Georgian ballroom because it was just so pretty. It didn't have the stage like the other room, but it was really pretty. And then it came with like the place that we were gonna do the happy hour. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're very happy with that.
So that's $6,000 already spent before you even blink, you know. Money
got that out
quick.
Yeah. Okay. Next thing was the food.
Oh yeah, the food. So to me, that's like the most important. The drinks and the food are very important because if people hate your food at your wedding, it's probably not going to be a good wedding. And we went with Bowl Catering, which I believe is like the best catering company for events in Atlanta. I mean, they had an extensive menu, which was great. Like you really could kind of pick the style of food you wanted. So like me being Nigerian, and us being from the South, we had a lot of like barbecue. They even had like some Jamaican beef patties that we threw in there.
We had some chicken and waffle bites. We had like from the ocean, we had some salmon. We had fried chicken, collard greens, mac and cheese. We went like all American. He didn't trust them with doing the African food. So we did that.
That cost us $7,200, the food.
That was actually the most that we spent on anything was the food. And I'm actually really happy we did because everybody absolutely loved it.
Yeah, that was a big ticket item. Now that we got the food out of the way, now we got to talk about the alcohol. We went with open bar all through the night for all our guests. So 80 people open bar. There was also a champagne toast. We had 3 bartenders, and then gratuity and tax was included in this. So for the alcohol alone was $3,000 for the open bar, right? For the champagne toast, I think that was when we were actually toasting to our marriage. For everyone to get a little glass of champagne, it was $400. Yeah. The 3 bartenders were $1,575, so another $1,575. And then gratuity and tax was another $1,000. So that's a grand total of $6,055 for the alcohol.
Woo! We wanted people to be lit. We wanted them to have a good time, and we wanted to keep the drinks coming. So of course you can have 1 bartender or 2 bartenders. For 80 people, they only require 1 and then 2 bar backs. But we chose to have 3, so that's why it ended up being $1,575 just for the bartenders. And then of course you have to add gratuity and tax, so. All right, now we're at my forte, which was the design team. So we went with Kipahari Designs, and the decor of the venue. So that is just having the plating and the cutlery and the design that we had at our sweetheart table, all of that good stuff was $5,000. Now they break out floral by itself, because however extravagant you want to do your flowers is on you, but I did not want to spend tens of thousands of dollars on flowers. So we chose to only decorate the estate table, and that was $1,080 for 4 big centerpieces with like roses. I don't even know what types, but I was like, I really don't want to spend more than $1,000. So we met in the middle with $1,080. At first, I really wanted flowers everywhere. You know, you see those big weddings where they got flowers all over the sweetheart table. They got arches of flowers. They got flowers on all the tables. And that could run you about $18,000. That was the first quote they gave me. So I was like, ooh, let's go double it back. And so we did 1,000. So we did really good right there. We saved a lot.
Yeah.
One thing I really want to stress is that guest count drives the price of everything. So we had 80 people. All of these prices are based off of 80 people. When you start inviting 200 and 300 people to your wedding, the cost of food, design, lighting, everything goes up. And I'm serious, even lighting, they have to do the same amount of lights regardless of how many people, but they will go up depending on the number of guests you have. So when it comes to that friend you only talk to once a year, they may not need an invite. That auntie didn't get an invite to my wedding. So, gotta be real selective, okay?
Yeah. Now time for the entertainment. Part of the entertainment that we had was a DJ and a violinist. So obviously that's a very important piece to your wedding. Your DJ kind of sets the tone. And our DJ was really dope. We'll put his information around here somewhere. But for our DJ, he was just under $1,400, $1,395. They did a great job. He really mixed in a lot of the Afro beats that I like with American music that we both like. It was a good vibe. I got to give it to him. And then the violinist really set it off. So again, his information will be around here somewhere.
Alex
right?
was his name.
Yeah, Alex is dope. He's definitely dope. We used him for our cocktail hour as entertainment, and he was just there, just jamming with the violin. Has a great energy and a good vibe, and he cost us $1,000 for that hour.
Just 1 hour? I need to be a violinist, y'all.
I know. I can learn how to do that probably.
Right, but it definitely set the vibe.
And also, part of the entertainment was the 360 photo booth that we had, and we got that for 2 hours for $500. So that was just for the cocktail hour.
Okay, now this was all my doing. Lighting was very important to me. Lighting as far as lighting up the cake, lighting up the room so it looked purple. I also wanted a light shining directly on me when I was coming down the aisle. We paid for 360 lighting during our first dance, so that was absolutely beautiful. So not only did we have the 360 lighting shooting up, we had the straight lighting as well. I don't even know what all of it is called, but it was beautiful. And we had smoke coming during the first dance and during the dance battle. So all of that ended up being $3,650, and it was definitely worth every penny because it was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the cake. Yeah, so I found the cake, Gretchen Baker. I forgot her name on Instagram, but it's gonna be around somewhere. But yeah, I found Gretchen online. She's a local cake baker around here in Atlanta. She did a great job. She makes beautiful looking cakes. We wanted a very basic cake. It was just a 3-tier vanilla icing cake with a red velvet actual cake, and then I think it was like a white chocolate flavor. I forgot the flavors, but she did a great job. It was beautiful, and then she put the flowers that were the same flowers that were part of the arrangement at the main table.
Yep.
She added that into the cake too, so it really tied into the whole decor. So it was a big centerpiece. The cake was just under $600, around $550. And it turned out perfect. I think it was the exact cake that we wanted. You know,
it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Next, we have the photographer and videographer. So we actually used one company, BE Custom Media, and they did our videography. We had a team of 2. That was $2,800, and that was for our YouTube video. So we wanted a 30-minute YouTube video. We wanted a couple of reels for Instagram. So that was what that was. And then we also threw in a couple of photos. So I will say, you could pay a lot more for photos. He added it in for us for $500 because I only wanted a few. I actually sent him a slideshow and told him exactly the photos that I wanted, and that was $500. So you could easily pay $5,000, but a whole bunch of photos were not super important to me because I wanted to have fun. I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of time taking photos.
Yeah. Yeah, we maybe spent like 20 minutes taking photos.
Literally.
Max. So we wanted the video to really set the tone more than photos, because after a while you're not going to look at the photos, but we can watch these videos forever.
Yeah.
So that was way more important, and he did a great job capturing this.
You can save money if you don't go with a traditional wedding video company. He shoots a wide range of things. So what I did find was companies where they specialize in weddings, they charge a lot more than people who take photos for every occasion. So look out for that.
So alongside the DJ, we had a hostess, the queen hostess. One of our friends that we've met while we've been out here partying in Atlanta. Her name is Gigi. So we met her out and about, and she was hosting an event. And I just pinged her and I was like, hey, can you host our wedding, please? Because we need your energy at our wedding, you know. So she did that. That was $400, and she did a great job. Obviously, we gave her a tip because she did such a great job. So yeah, that host is necessary. She was kind of like emceeing she was like the referee MC of the dance battle. She was getting everybody lit, and it really made a big difference. So I was glad she was there.
One of the places you could save a lot of money, and where we chose to save money, was not hiring a wedding planner. So I created PowerPoints and Excel spreadsheets, which we are using right now, to make sure that I had all of the costs in order. I knew when invoices need to be paid, what amount was paid already, paid for the deposit, what was unpaid. I had their email addresses, phone numbers, so I kept everything in line on an easy Excel spreadsheet. It was no stress. And I delivered PowerPoint presentations to everyone that was creating something for the wedding, which I'm going to pan here so you can see. But if you have the time to go ahead and search on Pinterest what your color scheme is going to be, how you want your cake to look, how you want your florals to look, then you can save about $5,000–6,000 on a wedding event planner. Now, we did pay for day of coordination. So our design team offered that service, which was awesome because they already knew the vibe that we were going for our wedding. So that was an extra $800 just for them to tell guests where to sit and make sure the day went smoothly as far as who was trying to take family pictures with us and all that good stuff.
And you did a great job planning, babe.
All right, now, lastly was my dresses. So I did change 3 times throughout the whole wedding, but we'll just talk about the wedding dress and the reception dress. So my wedding dress I found at this beautiful shop that sold all dresses for $7.99. So I got my dress for, you guessed it, $7.99, and I absolutely loved it. I didn't even have to get the wedding dress altered. Now, the reception dress I found at this little boutique in Atlanta. It is Black owned. It's called Fit for a Queen, and it was $300. So my reception dress was really beautiful. I did have to get it altered, so I spent another $100 just getting the perfect fit. And then I bought some regular shoes from Dillard's for both of those dresses because you couldn't see them, for $100. So I spent a total of $1,200 on my dresses and shoes.
Okay. Expensive. So for me, I initially went with a custom suit. Unfortunately, at the time, it just didn't work out. The designer was in another state, so by the time I got the suit, it didn't fit right. So I ended up going with plan B and getting a suit out of Express for $300, right? So yeah, the suit I wore at my wedding was off the rack Express suit for $300. The shoes I wore were $600. So my total came to $900.
Shoes, $600? You gotta say what kind of shoes those were.
I mean, I don't want to flex on y'all, but there was some Alexander McQueen's with the gel bottoms, just little something.
They were so his style. I loved the Express suit with the tennis shoes. That was like so sexy to me. All in all, we spent a total of $39,030. We did stay under $40,000, which was not the goal. The goal was to stay under $15,000. But it was an absolutely amazing wedding. I would spend the same amount again, and I really don't want to get into it, but don't let these men talk you out of having an amazing, beautiful wedding. If you want one, spend the money. And don't be listening to that, oh, it's just a piece of paper, it's just one day. No, have the wedding, okay? Have the wedding.
Look. See, now it's men versus women, and I'm trying not to go there because it was your idea to have a small wedding anyway.
It was.
You get me? And
my husband's the best.
Traditionally, Nigerians have big weddings, so I was fine with doing it big, but she wanted to do it small. But either way, whatever wedding you can afford, get the most out of it. I think that's the main thing we learned, is that we got the most out of the wedding that we could afford. And honestly, we didn't have to borrow any money. We didn't put any money on credit cards or anything like that.
No debt, baby.
No debt from it. So it worked out. It was within our budget, and we had plenty of extra money to spend on the honeymoon, which was very fun. I don't know. So are we talking about that?
Yeah, we can add in the honeymoon. Now, the honeymoon was no joke. We did go to Cancun for 6 nights and 7 days. And we stayed at an all-inclusive, amazing resort.
Adult only.
Yes, adult only. Y'all know how we feel about the kids. I'm kidding. But we stayed at the LeBlanc Resort, and it was about $1,100 a night. So we spent almost $8,000 with tax there. Mm-hmm. But we kept the wedding under $40,000, so we're happy about that.
We were under $50,000 total.
Yes.
Yeah, under $50,000.
So it is possible.
And if you're looking for a wedding planner, Shay trying to be, have a little side hustle, she's gonna charge you about $30,000. But
I literally had so much fun wedding planning. If you don't try to do what everybody else wants you to do, and you just sit and create with your husband the vision that you guys have, you will be relaxed and you will actually have a good time. So I recommend planning your own event. These wedding planners are going to plan it like they would like a wedding to be. You can plan your wedding for you and make it individualistic.
Yeah. A lot of people get caught up in what other people expect their wedding to be. Our toughest time was really our guest list, because we had 80 people. There was maybe some family or long friends that you aren't really friends with anymore that might expect to be invited, and you got to kind of break the news that they're not getting an invitation. Yeah. So outside of that, everything else was really fun. It was a fun process. I would definitely I don't want to have to get married again, but that process was not stressful at all. It was cool. It was actually fun. Yeah.
All in all, we did a good job.
Yeah, we did a good job.
Hopefully we helped y'all.
Subscribe though.
Yes.
10,000 subscribers. We need y'all help on that. Thank you so much. We love y'all. We can't wait to do another video. From now on, I think we're actually going to switch it around and start doing reaction videos, because we want to talk junk about each other. So I'm going to pick videos that I want to talk about. She's also going to pick, and we're going to just have some fun reacting to some of these videos out there. So when next time y'all see us, we're going to be doing some reactions. So stay tuned. Can't wait to see y'all soon.
Yes. Drop a comment if this helped you. Bye-bye.